Nancy Kilpatrick is a novelist and short story writer in horror, dark fantasy, science fiction, mystery, and erotica. Her current novel series, Thrones of Blood, was recently optioned for film and TV. Yay! She lives in Montreal and travels the great curio cabinet planet Earth. Go through it, Nancy.
Hey, I'm reading a story from 13 plus 1 Lovecraftian Narratives collection of short stories. Think about it. If the reel of existence had run out of film, would you be here talking with me now? Face it, you're here, I'm here, and you need me. Look, step into my screening room where we can have some privacy and you can get a grip, okay? By now you're wondering what movie is playing, right? Hell, you bought the ticket. Charon rowing the ancient Greeks across the river Styx. That sexy ethereal babe, the angel of death, is seducing you into the arms of oblivion. Old Jib Royale greeting everybody at the tomb, at least the Muslims. It cracks me up the way you people insist on a gender for your death images. We're working the lowest common denominator of scripting here, but at least decisions are being made. Got to admit, though, the concept of Holy Ghost as comforter nearly blew me away. The funniest thing about you people is that you think in metaphor, so you got to come up with the perfect character for your dissolution saga. It's kind of cute, endearing, and I'm here to tell you it's a good thing it's me you're meeting at the theater door. I speak your language if you get the picture, and it helps that I'm pretty good with grease paint and effects. I'll be whoever or whatever your own personal miracle man or invincible woman of the netherworld. Your biggest fantasy. Like I said, you need me. Introductions? What's in a name? A guy comes by last week, about your age, a lot like you, calls me your essential unsung hero. To be on the safe side, let's just leave it at that, okay? So what can I do for you, you ask? I mean, that's what everybody who passes this way asks. I think we should start at the beginning. By the time the final credits rolled, you were afraid, alone. You needed help. You made promises you have no intention of keeping. Geez, you think I'm a shigna? Doesn't take a psychic to figure out you're desperate. Look, basically, I get you out of one place and wham, into another. It's the another you're going ballistic about, right? You should. You don't know the half of it, believe me. Let me race this by you. If you think it's all white light corridors shot through gauze and the ancestors pecking your cheekbones, you are dreaming. That's a come on. Clips that lure you into the dark theater. Then what? A nice long nap? Forget it. And you know it too. I have yet to meet the person who truly believes he or she won't move on to some kind of sequel. Well, you got that right. Whether it's heaven, hell, purgatory, or another round on the old karmic wheel you're headed for, there's one thing you got to remember, the thing you people always forget. You're taking yourself along. What's that? You say you think you're going to be somebody else? Who? Madonna with wings? Get real. Now that you've got a grip, let me tell you where I flash into this picture. I'm not just some immortal who holds your sweaty hand through the scary bits. Think of me as a kind of movie critic for the newly departed. Sure, you could wander into the theater on your own. Maybe the worst that happens is you get stuck in the starring role of some grade Z porn, or appear in the endless loop of Edward D. Wood Jr. films. But there's no shortage of soul-destroying stuff being produced. Cinema of the insane. More than you bargained for. You could get hurt real bad. And yes, there are things worse than death. Of course, plenty of people deserve to go straight to hell. Do not pass go, etc. You've said so yourself. At the moment, that might sound heartless, but it's not. I try to be fair, well, impartial anyway, but I kind of like you people for the most part. You're so vulnerable when I meet you, so open, guts spilling out, sometimes literally. You bring out the nurturing me. And when you beg for help, like you just did, well, what am I supposed to do? Keep paddling the damn canoe and pretend I'm death? Not in my nature, no matter what you imagine. So you've hit that place between features when the lights go out. Questions, I've heard them all before. Where am I? Where are you taking me? What's going to happen next? This is where you really need me. Okay, follow this script. First, we go to think of it as the cutting room. You leave terra firma, you shed. I mean, we're talking spirit here, soul, between the cracks, a wrinkle in time and all that. It's not just the corporal that's got to be left behind, but all that other crap you lugged along. Hopes, worries, regrets, blah, blah, blah. Chuck it at the door. For the next scene, it helps to be light and lean. Now here you are, standing in your naked, supple body, wondering what gives. You look at me, I look at you, you stare at the blank screen. Suddenly you turn to me again, terrified of fate. And this is where it gets tricky. I know what you're about to project. And I can see in your spectral eyes, you know too, even though you're avoiding it like the plague. Let me put it to you this way. If it's a good film, that's cool. The story will grab you, pull you in, and you won't demand a refund. But if you pick a turkey, for example, Eternal Torment, well, it's the uncut version if you catch my drift. My job description's simple. Lead them out, take them to wherever they're headed, straightforward, no overtime. If only I could just walk away. Maybe I've been at it too many millennia. Maybe I'm a primordial schmuck for letting myself bond with you people. All I know for sure is that even the worst of you deserves a good show. That's why you need me. I see advanced screenings, so I know what tortures and pleasures you're capable of inflicting on yourself. It's the worst of you that picks the worst movies. Why? Method acting 101. If you'd felt good about yourself, you'd have gotten lost in a story crammed with possibilities, and you'd have invited all your friends along for the ride. But your taste was off kilter, maybe way off. So you picked a rotten film. For you, for everybody you dragged along. And here you are before the eternal projector, ready to crank out yet another visual monstrosity. So what do I know that you don't? Bottom line, there's more than one film available. Maybe 2, maybe 7, maybe 20,000. And if the cans are all full, you have the imagination to pick Virgin Horror, God Devil, Nirvana Oblivion, and every shade in between. The point is, people like you can't see that because you didn't think you'd have a choice. You don't expect it here because most of you didn't know you had choices back then. Look, I know all this is confusing and you might not appreciate it at the moment, but I'm risking a lot by helping you. So we've got to cut to the chase. You don't have a clue what bizarre energies scuttle through the universe. I mean, you people make statues of Kali with her 8 flailing arms, right? You should see the real thing. And those paintings of a horned Satan in a red bodysuit? Let's just say he and I have had a few run-ins. He has one SOB, but don't quote me. You don't have to hang out with them. I do. Hidden agendas abound, and in my circle, interference is frowned upon. You folks are supposed to have free will and all. That's the plan, and you do. It's just that the censors got to you, and now you've convinced yourself you don't have a choice, and that doesn't sit right with me. And that's the end because it's part of a story, because I only have 8 minutes, and it's in that book. Thank you for listening.